I'm Melinda James, the Programs and Service Coordinator for the Center for Global Engagement. You usually see Carrie Taylor up here. Unfortunately, she's not able to make it today and wanted me to pass along her congratulations to everyone and to say that she's sad to miss one of her favorite events here at Coastal. The ceremony is a great time to come together and celebrate culture, unity, and the remarkable journeys of our international student community. Before we begin, let's take a moment to acknowledge the land on which Coastal Carolina University stands. This space was originally part of the traditional territory of the Waccamaw Indian people. And we pay our respects to their ancestors, the Waccamaw Indian people today, and future generations. At Coastal, we are honored to have nearly 150 international students from over 50 countries, each bringing their unique experiences and perspectives to the campus community. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating international students and those completing their exchange programs. We're also proud to recognize the exceptional faculty and staff who have been nominated by the students for their outstanding support and guidance through their journey. This event wouldn't be possible without the incredible work of the CGE team. I want to give a heartfelt thank you to our staff, graduate assistants, and student assistants for their effort that they've put into making today special. And finally, it is my pleasure to welcome President Weinbrake and all of those who have joined us today. Thank you for being a part of this meaningful celebration. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Darla Domke-Demont, Associate Provost of Global Initiatives, to share a few words with us.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 8th year of our Sash ceremonies. At Coastal Carolina University, we have long recognized the profound impact of international students on our campus and community. Our mission statement reminds us Coastal Carolina recruits highly qualified and motivated students, faculty, and staff from the region, state, nation, and world to create a diverse and dynamic student-centered learning environment. This morning, the Open Doors 2025 report was released. It tells us that international students now make up 6% of the entire U.S. student population. Together, those students contributed more than $55 billion to the U.S. economy in direct spending last year. Here in South Carolina alone last year, international students are estimated to have contributed over $207 million to our local economies. These numbers are impressive, but they only tell part of the story. What truly matters is the journey you have taken. You have traveled far for this immersive experience, testing your resiliency, adaptability, and determination in pursuit of your educational, personal, and for some, athletic goals. Your contributions have enriched the vibrancy of our campus, and we see the results in your achievement: academic awards, graduate school admissions, athletic honors, and career opportunities. Beyond campus life, your impact stretches further. In classrooms, student organizations, residence halls, athletic fields, and through volunteerism in our community, you have left a mark. Consider this: 1/4 of the founders of U.S. startup companies valued at $1 billion came first to this country as international students. In 2021, 5 of the 7 U.S. Nobel Prize winners in economics and science were immigrants. And since 2000, more than 40% of Nobel Prizes awarded to Americans in chemistry, medicine, and physics have gone to immigrants. These facts remind us that international students are not only part of our present, but they're shaping the future. Moreover, you have interwoven forever into the family of Coastal Carolina University, and we're even better for your being a part of the Coastal Carolina University experience, one that reaches the world and impacts locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally. Today we celebrate you. Thank you for entrusting Coastal Carolina University with a part of your personal academic and professional journey. We look forward to hearing about the paths you will take, the communities you will serve, and the futures you will build to forever impact the world around you. And now it is my honor to introduce the president of Coastal Carolina University, Mr. James Weinbrake, to share his message. Prior to his time at Coastal Carolina University, President Weinbrake served as Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. He has also had additional leadership roles, including Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Chair of the Public Policy Department at Rochester Institute of Technology, and faculty appointments at James Madison University. Internationally recognized for his work in environmental and transportation policy, he has served on multiple committees of the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, and on the New York State Energy Planning Board. He's received numerous academic honors throughout his career, including the RIT Trustees Award, JMU's Madison Scholar Award, and JMU's Outstanding Teacher Award. He was also named a National Associate of the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine. He holds his doctorate in energy management and policy from the University of Pennsylvania, a master's degree in technology and policy from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and a bachelor's degree in physics from Lafayette College. And before he speaks for just a moment, and we bring him up, I also want to recognize that we have Provost Gibbs Knotts here, who leads all of our academic programs and in their quality initiatives. If you want to put a hand up, stand up, and let's recognize both these gentlemen for their leadership. Thank you, President Weinreich.
Thank you, Darla. I promise my remarks will be shorter than my introduction, so we're just going to say that. But that was a kind introduction. Thank you for that. Good afternoon, everyone. This ceremony is a really special event. I mean, y'all should be really proud that you were able to come to Coastal, or you're an exchange student here, or you're graduating, and the experiences that you've brought to our university, and hopefully the transformative experience that we brought you, I think is really special, and this recognizes that. Before we get started and too far down the celebration path here, I want us to recognize that these events do not spring out of thin air. There's always staff who are very important in making these things happen, so if we can give them a round of applause, that would be great. And I also want to acknowledge the faculty and staff who are nominated by our students. Faculty and staff, your guidance, your mentorship, your support of these students really made a difference in their lives. And I know we're going to be recognizing you individually a little bit later in the ceremony, but to all of you, if we could give you all a round of applause now, that would be great. Now, when I reflect on the meaning of this ceremony, I'm reminded of some of my first experiences internationally as an undergraduate student. I was at Lafayette College, a small liberal arts college in eastern Pennsylvania. And as a student, I traveled 9 or 10 times to Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. And what started out as alternative spring break trips and led to some longer trips to Haiti, that experience for me really changed the way I viewed the world. And I'm hopeful the experience that you've all had here at Coastal has changed your view of the world. My experiences in Haiti, they deepened my empathy. It broadened my understanding of community. It really enhanced my desire to service and to help people in need. And it ultimately led to the creation of a nonprofit organization that still exists today and feeds and educates about 10,000 children every day in Haiti. So these experiences that you have as a student, I know you are going to draw from as you become professionals and as you go off and in your personal lives, and I'm sure will expand that global perspective. Those global engagement activities and experiences, they really do change us and they transform us. They teach us to listen, to connect, and to appreciate a world that is far more complex and far more beautiful than any one culture alone can reveal. Unlike my trips to Haiti, though, you did something very different. You did something bold, as we like to say around here, boldly reach. You chose to make another country your home for a significant amount of time, to study, to learn, to build friendships, and to grow here at Coastal. And that takes resilience, that takes heart, and it takes that willingness, yes, to boldly reach beyond the familiar to pursue something bigger. And today, the sashes that you'll receive, they're more than just a symbol of your home countries. They're symbol of your journey, of the challenges you navigated, the communities that you built, and the cultures that you carried with you, and the cultures that you learned here from us. So as you graduate, I hope you continue to build bridges across borders, not just geographic ones, but intellectual, cultural, and human ones. The world now more than ever needs global citizens, and we need people who can see issues from all kinds of angles, people who value different perspectives, people who understand that solutions come when we can work together across our differences. And to each of you, we're proud of you. You've enriched this university. You are leaving this university stronger than you found it, and we thank you for that. So congratulations on your achievements. Thank you for sharing your lives with us. Know that wherever you go next, you will always be part of our family. If there's one thing that we want you to leave from the graduation ceremonies that you'll be experiencing soon, or if you're an exchange student as you return home, it's that we are always here for you. The faculty and staff that you've worked with, some of whom you've nominated, the folks who are in this room, we're here for you for the rest of your lives. So if you ever need us in the future, please reach out. We don't want you to be a stranger to our university. In fact, we hope that when you get back to your home countries, you'll open your doors to us, and maybe we can have some exchange programs where we bring our students or faculty or staff to visit you all and engage with you all in your culture. So thank you once again. Congratulations. And at this time, I would like to introduce Christian Mora, an international student from Peru, who is going to be our student speaker tonight. Christian.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christian Mora, and I am a marketing student from Lima, Peru. But before we start, I would like to share with everyone one of the phrases that have been present in the last 4 years of my life. This phrase is, "I will change my future." This quote comes from my favorite anime series called My Hero Academia. But first, why this phrase? Well, it represents motivation, like the one I received from my parents, Juan and Giovanna, and also from my godparents, Carlos and Stephanie, for encouraging me to come to CCU. I would like to take this time to thank CCU for opening the doors to me, and above all to my friends, Josue, Wilfredo, Noelani, Elvis, and Rosie, for giving me the opportunity to spend time with them. They are such a good friends, and I have learned a lot from them. When I arrived to CCU, I understand that everything will impact me. It was a new lifestyle, a new environment, new teachers, and new classmates. But right now, I understand that we are all in a constant state of change, because not everything is as we expect. For example, coming to the USA allowed me to develop me as a more independent and mature person. I feel that I have experienced a profound personal transformation, because back in the day, I used to be a nervous and insecure person, often doubting about my abilities and hesitating to take risks. However, it was because of time, effort, and meaningful experiences that I learned to embrace those challenges, and instead of avoiding them, I understand that because of each small success, it strengthens my sense of self, teaching me that growth often begins where comfort ends. But let's talk about experiences. Over these years, I have discovered how much personal growth can come from connecting with others, and meeting people with different backgrounds helped me to appreciate new perspectives and develop a stronger personality. Through personal projects, those ones allow me to turn my ideas into actions, embracing my creativity and perseverance along the way. And exploring different clubs and communities also inspire me to keep growing and finding a purpose in every experience and challenges that make me become a better version of myself. So, as I look back on my journey, I have learned that change is not something to be afraid of. It's the very thing that helps us grow, because every challenge, friendship, and every moment of doubt shape us into the person that we are today. So, the phrase, "I will change my future," have become something more than just words. It's a reminder that we all hold the opportunity and power to rewrite our own stories, no matter where we came from or what we face. So to everyone here, remember this. Your journey here at Coastal is yours to create. So please, don't be afraid. Growth begins the moment that you step beyond what's comfortable. And even when things get harder, please keep believing in yourself, because every small step forward brings you closer to keep the person you're meant to become. So let's keep dreaming, let's keep growing, and let's keep changing our futures. Thank you.
So I would like to echo again the appreciation for our team and the Center for Global Engagement for all the work that they do throughout the year, from the beginnings of finding and learning about you and helping you to understand what the opportunities at Coastal are, to applying and processing those, to working with you and programming, and thank you for sharing your goals and your ideas over time and participating so heavily. But to each one of our team members in the CG, I just can't say enough. Thank you so very, very much for all you do every day. You make such a difference in the lives of the people here. Thank you. Let's give them another hand. You know, it takes a village, and as we've already mentioned, our faculty and staff do a wonderful job of contributing in so many different ways, aside from their assigned job roles, but with their heart and their spirit and their care and their dedication. In fact, if you ask a lot of faculty and staff here, part of the reason that they're here is because of the community and the spirit that we have, and that is something very precious. But how they interact with you has often helped us to see ways that those connections are particularly important, and they go beyond their roles and other things to make sure that your space here as an international student is one that's rewarding and that really helps you to build and grow in the areas that you want and desire to, but also helps to support you in the times when maybe that distance or all of the separation from your family is important. So I want to ask now, at this time, we're going to recognize faculty and staff, and Kristen Noto, who is our coordinator of education abroad programs and has worked in a number of different countries in Europe, is going to be coming up to read some names, and President Weinbrake will invite you all back up to do those recognition.
All right, the following faculty and staff were nominated by international students to be recognized for their outstanding service and support. Richard Adu, Professor of Political Science, Department of Political Science. Elizabeth Baltus, Chair of Interdisciplinary Studies and Associate Professor of Art History. Tell me when. Yeah. William Carter, Coordinator of Access Services, University Libraries. I got you. Rehane Hagigi Zadeh, Visiting Assistant Professor of Finance, Department of Finance and Economics. Yeah. Vicky Loveday, Cashier, UP Dining Hall, Aramark. You made it, you got it. Fiona McKenzie, Coordinator of International Student and Scholar Services, Center for Global Engagement. Carrie Lynn Taylor, Senior Director of International Recruitment, Admissions, and Student and Scholar Services. Center for Global Engagement. Go ahead. Okay. The following students are concluding their exchange program at CCU. So they will soon return to their home institutions, Hochschule Bonn-Rhein-Sieg or Hochschule Mainz, to continue and complete their academic studies. First, Emily Deites, Hochschule Bonn-Rhein-Sieg, Germany. Trinity Huckstep, Hochschule Bonn-Rhein-Sieg, Germany and US. Jonas Hunkel, Hochschule Mainz, Germany. Lukas Reis, Hochschule Mainz, Germany. Unfortunately, he can't make it today. So we have Adrian Schläger, Hochschule Bonn-Rhein-Sieg, Germany. And Andries von Tame, Hochschule Bonn-Rhein-Sieg, Germany. All right, and before I read their names, I'd like to invite each student to visit the table located at the bottom of the stairs after receiving your sash, where a special gift awaits you. The following individuals will be graduating and completing their academic programs next month. Safir Ahmad, Master of Arts in Liberal Studies, Pakistan. Jennifer Dirks Santana, Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry, Aruba. Unfortunately, she can't make it today. We'll have to wait. Hassan Mega, Master of Business Administration, Canada. And Hassan couldn't be here either. But we do have Cristian Mora, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Marketing, from Peru. Sadie Morris, Master of Business Administration, from Canada. Amari Notice, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies from Canada. Tisha Patel, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, India, will represent. Unfortunately, they also couldn't make it, but is Christine Pelenio, Master of Education in Instructional Technology from the Philippines. All right, congratulations again to all our recipients, and Melinda will now close our ceremony.
Thank you everyone so much for celebrating with us today. Before you head out, please help yourselves to some extra food. We've got plenty of leftovers. We also have the university photographer here, so we'd love for all of our graduates and President Weinbrake to come up for a quick group photo. So come up here as soon as we're done. After that, feel free to grab some extra pictures with your friends and colleagues. Chat with Lauren. She will switch the pictures if you want pictures switched up here on stage as well. We'll send out a link to all of the photos and the video in a few days for everybody who's registered once they are ready. Thank you all so much for coming today. We really appreciate it. And congratulations to all the graduates.